One of the biggest and deadliest wars in human history was World War II, involving more than 30 countries from around the world. With an approximate total of 416,000 military deaths, the U.S. suffered greatly from this loss. However, with Veterans Day coming up, we are able to remember the lives of all those who have sacrificed themselves for our country. During World War II, Hitler decided that he wanted all of the world's finest artwork to be kept in a museum just for the Germans. Hitler had been plotting the systematic looting of Europe's finest museums and collectors for many years. He believed that this art should belong to Germany because of the looting that the other countries had done to them during the last World War. In addition to this, he also wanted to destroy all the works of art he despised, specifically art done by Jewish and modern artists. When the Nazis finally stole the artwork, they hid it in an extensive complex of salt mines in Altötting. This mine is actually the biggest active salt mine in Austria as of right now. These mines were able to hold about 6,500 paintings as well as books, statues, furniture, and jewels. The Monuments Men Foundation, officially named the Monuments, Fine Arts, and Archives, MFAA, was created by Robert Edsdale and had the purpose of retrieving the stolen artwork from the Nazis and safely storing it. The Monuments Men had about 345 men and women from 14 different countries. Many of these people had expertise as museum directors, curators, art historians, artists, architects, and librarians and educators. One of the most famous paintings, the Mona Lisa, was moved to about 6 different locations to avoid capture. They also rescued many other works of art, including Jan van Eyck's Ghent altarpiece, Leonardo da Vinci's Last Supper, Michelangelo's Madonna of Bruges, and even the original manuscript of Beethoven's Symphony No. 6. However, there are several pieces of art that are still missing to this day. The Monuments Men didn't only have to protect the artwork from Nazi plunder, they also had to find a way to rescue one of Da Vinci's works that was painted on the refectory wall of the Santa Maria del Grazie before the city got bombed by the Allies. They were able to do this by jury-rigging a scaffold of steel bars and sandbags around the wall. In the end, it was the only wall of the building still standing. They were also able to use aerial photos to divert Allied airmen away from many other important sites. In March of 1945, Allied forces had discovered the first of Hitler's many secret repositories of art, which were mainly in salt mines and castles. Given this new information, the Monuments Men began the hard task of conserving, restoring, and reinstituting all the art that was there. In all, they restored and returned to their rightful owners more than 5 million works of art, including sculptures, tapestries, fine furnishings, books and manuscripts, scrolls, church bells, religious relics, and even the stained glass that the Nazis had stolen from the windows of a cathedral. During the time after the war, they played very important roles in rebuilding the cultural life in the devastated countries of Europe. They organized and set up temporary art expeditions and different musical concerts. They also continued to get all the artwork back to its rightful homes, even after the war was over. This gave many Europeans hope that not all was lost after the war. The work of the Monuments Men was very dangerous. About 24 of them risked their lives on the front lines to help locate and retrieve the stolen artwork. 2 monument men were even killed in combat trying to protect a piece of art. Thanks to these brave men and women, we still have many of the famous pieces of European art that we all know and love. As Veterans Day approaches, we thank all the military veterans that have proudly served our nation.